going to talk about using paragraph styles and styles in InDesign. And the reason for using styles in InDesign is that when you're working with large documents with a lot of pages in them, you want to have consistency in your document. And to use styles, the first thing that you need to do is let's go back up to our paragraph control panel. And then when you come up here, remember this little button right here, it says paragraph style, and right now it's showing basic paragraph. This is telling you what style you have currently. And basic paragraph is kind of the default that comes with InDesign. You always have one default paragraph style in InDesign, and InDesign automatically creates it, and that is going to be your basic paragraph. And you can edit the attributes of this style, but you can't ever delete the basic paragraph style. And you also can't rename it. So that's something to keep in mind. Next, you should know that if you go to this drop-down menu right here, and you click on that, that will show you that you have currently two options for your styles. And this is where it will list all of the styles that you have for this particular document. And right now you have either no paragraph style or basic paragraph. And we're going to leave it at basic paragraph, but then we're going to come back over here to the paragraph style button, and we're going to click on that. And when you click on that, you're going to get this little sub menu, and this is where you can do things like start a new paragraph style, duplicate a style, you can change your style options, you can break a link to a style, you can load paragraph styles, and you can load text styles too. And right now we're going to go ahead and we're just going to talk about new paragraph style. So let's say we want to put in a new style for headlines, and we'll call that header. And next in your dialog box, you have the ability to specify things like the general format of that style. And right now it's going to be based on no paragraph style. And the next style, what this does is it kind of specifies to InDesign what the next style you use after you use the header style is going to be. So if you're working in a document and you know that after you use a headline, you're usually going to be entering in something like body text, you can go here and go to basic paragraph, and that's going to tell it that after you put in a headline, the next style you're going to want to use is the basic paragraph style. Right here, if you have a certain shortcut that you want to use, if you are a shortcut person, you can specify your shortcut in that box. And then down here you have what are your style settings. And this shows you the style settings that you have set up for your new paragraph style. Finally, down here, if you had a selection and you wanted to apply a style to that selection, you just go ahead and click that box and it would automatically do that for you. And I'm going to go ahead and cancel out of this, and let's go ahead and select this headline and go back into our new paragraph style. And now you'll see that in your style settings, it's giving you the style of that text, so that when it adds it to a header, if we go ahead and name that header, when it adds it to a header, it will be in that style. And let's go back and change that once again to basic paragraph. And it's going to say apply styles to selection, which it's already applied, so that's not going to make much of a difference, but go ahead and hit OK. Now if we come down here to this headline right there, and we select it, and we come up here to our paragraph styles and we add header, it looks like it didn't do anything, but it actually did. The reason that we're not seeing that header is because it's too big for that text box, but if we pull that down, you can now see that that text is going to be the same size and style as the one across the top. Now, in addition to paragraph styles, you also have character styles. And to get to your character styles, go back to your character formatting control panel and come up here to your A, and that shows you character style. And if you look at the box next to it, currently you have none, and in that box you also don't have any other options because currently there are no defined character styles. So let's go ahead and go to our A and click on that, and you get a dialog box similar to the one you got for paragraph styles. And let's go ahead and go to new character style, and here you have options. It's very similar to paragraph styles. You can create a new style called body. And you can base it on the None style, or if you had other styles available, you could just select one of those and you can put in a shortcut. And you'll see that you have your style settings listed there, and you can apply the style to the selection if you want to. Let's go ahead and check that. But this time, instead of leaving things exactly as they are, we're going to come up to the left box and we're going to change the character style. And first you go down here to Basic Character Formats, and you will see that you can select a font family just by pulling this down. And then you can select a font style by going ahead and pulling that down. And you can keep playing around with this until you find a style that you want to use and save. And then you will easily be able to refer back to this character style when you want to bring it up. So let's go ahead and hit OK. And now you see that you've applied that style to this particular headline. And now you can go back over to this headline and go over to your box and apply body text to it. It's actually a headline, but we'll just call it body. And now you see that you have consistency between those two headlines. Now, what's great about this is now you can still go in and make the text bigger because you want variation between the size of the headlines in a newspaper style document, but you have consistency between how the text formatting looks just because you used a style. Now you can easily change a paragraph or character style if you want to. All you have to do is, in the case of a paragraph style, let's go back to our paragraph control panel, and then let's go ahead and select this text which had the header style applied to it. And then let's come back over here to our paragraph style, click on that, and then go to Style Options. And that's going to bring you back into your paragraph styles. And here you just go on the left and you can change whatever you want about that paragraph formatting. And maybe you'll just change a couple of things here and change a couple of things here. And once you're done, you hit OK, and it will make those changes for you. Now, styles in InDesign isn't limited only to character and paragraph styles. You also have the ability to create styles for other things such as objects. And in order to do that, you need to go up to your window on your menu bar and then come down here to Styles, and then you have a list here of different styles that are available, and we're going to go ahead and go to Object Styles. And in Object Styles, you have some predefined options, which is None, Basic Graphics Frame, and Basic Text Frame. And then a style group right here, which I created, which currently has nothing in it. But if you add a Create New Style under that style group 1, and you click on it, then you'll see that it says Object Style 1 right there. And when you double click on this or anything else in this panel, you will see that you're going to get your object style options. And here you can change your style name. You can just go to Object, and you can decide what you want to base it on. You can specify your shortcut, and then on your left and in here, this gives you the option to start defining your style for that particular object style. And the dialog box, it looks similar to the paragraph style dialog box. It just applies to objects. So that's an option that you have available to you if you want to work with object styles. One other thing to mention is right here you have this lightning button. This says Quick Apply, and when you hit Quick Apply, you get a floating panel screen that allows you to quickly apply a style, any style that you have defined in your document, quickly and easily to whatever you want. So if you want to do, say, a header style and apply it to whatever you have selected, you can do so easily just by clicking a button.